Let's do a systematic sampling example. This is problem 27 from the textbook. And so when we look at this situation here, we see that a department has an alphabetical list of 4,502 employees. So that would be our, that's going to be our big N in this case. And we have our steps here. So that's our population, right? And so now we know we have 502. Excuse my writing, I'm using a mouse, that's what's a little crooked. And so the next thing is we want to determine a sample size. And so in this case, wants to conduct a systematic sample, determine K if the sample size is 50. So our little n is 50. And so you can imagine now we have all those 4,500 employees and we want to take 50 of them. And so out of those 4,550, how do we determine a systematic sample? We're going to start at some value and then take every kth person. So in this case, we have a formula for K. K is big N divided by, so it's going to be big N divided by, you see that right here, little n, and then you round down to the nearest integer. So you take 4,502 divided by 50, should be 90 in there, but I have a calculator, so 4,502 divided by the sample size. So you're breaking the entire population into groups of 50 because you're going to take every 50th person, so that turns out to be essentially 90 groups. Round down, so we know that's going to be 90. And then from here, who do we sample? Determine which individuals. From here, we got to determine the value of P. And so P is going to be our starting value. If you look here, right, this is our first person we sample. And so in this case, we take a random number from 1 to 90. And so in this case here, we need a random number generator. I'll show you another one, but StatCrunch has one. We have a StatCrunch open random numbers, and we want a number from 1 to 90. And we just need one, compute, and so 50 is our value there. And so it just happens that P is equal to 50 also. Again, it just happened that that would be the value. So then our sample is going to come from, we're going to choose 90. We're going to choose every 90th person starting at 50. And so again, we want 50 people. That's our sample size. So the first person would be 50. And then the next person is going to be not the 90th person, but notice it's P plus K. So then it's going to be the 140th person. And then it's P plus 2K. So it's going to be, so take a look here. We're going to do another 90, right? And so this would be 230th person. And you keep going up by 90. But the key was that starting point right there.